at 10th and Constitution, because if you look behind me, you're going to see some people closer on this side to me who are walking towards the rally. Many others are leaving the rally. Such a huge event, but it's still going on full tilt here, as you can see from the video you've been showing. But on both sides, people still approaching, many leaving. Here's one of the differences. Many of the people I talk to are still making their way down towards the Capitol are locals. They are from Washington, D.C. or the nearby suburbs. They have their children with them. Many of the others have come and were here either overnight or been here for 2 days and came down here early this morning to be part of this. The hotels were packed, the restaurants were packed, and then Pennsylvania Avenue was packed. We've been talking a lot about trying to compare this to inaugurations. The Women's March, which was the day after the last presidential inauguration, was one of the largest events of its kind ever down here in Northwest DC and towards the Capitol. That, in some ways, there were estimates that actually dwarfed the size of the inaugural crowd. Whether it did or not, obviously there were two very different events. There was a parade on Pennsylvania Avenue, and then the next day the streets were just teeming with people for a rally much like this. What I'm struck by, in having covered several inaugurations now, what I'm struck by here is the oneness of this bunch of people. Hundreds of thousands of people, all with very similar perspectives, at least on this one issue, and that is they're here not for themselves. I haven't heard a lot of big political diatribes. It's about gun control. It's about safety, and that's what they're focusing on. I've heard some, but not as much as you would think, of people either castigating one political party or supporting another. I haven't heard all that much talk about Democrats versus Republicans. I've heard simply, this is about our children. This is about safety. This is about the reality of our world and a way that we can change it. Here's some people coming their way. Are you just heading down to the rally now?
Yeah.
Tell me why you're going.
No, who else? Hey, Sean, we'll do it.
All right. Where are you from? Are you from here? You certainly.
Can I use my microphone with your microphone?
You certainly can,
All
ma'am.
right.
Are you from local here?
I grew up here, but I'm from New York.
You're from New York. Did you come down just for the rally today?
Sure, of course.
Tell me why you felt you wanted to make that trip down I-95.
Because it would be insane not to. Why wouldn't you? There's no reason not to yell, scream, push, shove, kick, fight, everything that you can do to make the changes you can to protect people. It's insane.
You've been watching any of this on television before you made your way down here? Have you seen what's been going on?
No.
Are you prepared for the crowd? It is an amazing crowd out there.
Yeah, I was at the Women's March. I was at the Trump inauguration protest. I've been at every one in New York. This is what it's all about.
What is it all about after today, after a rally like this?
Getting off your lazy fat tuchus and actually putting money towards things that matter, voting for people that matter, actually talking to people things that matter, getting off your phone, or at least using your phone for something that actually can affect real change. Stop being a narcissist who doesn't really give a phooey about anybody else, and putting your money where your mouth is.
I want to thank you for using tuchus and phooey.
It's really hard. My mother's there. It's the only way I did it, because usually my mouth is filthy.
Mom, thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my absolute
I appreciate
pleasure, sir.
And you've got plenty of rally left to see. I hope you enjoy yourselves. It is a great crowd.
It's a really calm, it's so much better, not better, let me say it differently. This is a very respectful and calm and lovely moment.
It is.
It feels like people are focused. It doesn't feel like people are just here to take pictures and yell and scream. It feels like people really want to do something for once.
You are so right. That is the perspective here. I was just talking about there is one emotion here, and it hasn't been a lot about political parties or get me on camera or I want to yell and scream. It's just this very...
Protect me, save me, help me.
And it's
come on.
It's all one emotion you're getting from people.
It's good.
And you can feel it with hundreds of thousands together on the same day in the same place.
Did you always know you'd be a news reporter? You just look like a news reporter.
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
It's like,
I don't know.
down,
I
the
can't.
camel jackets.
I can't believe they even let me do this.
Congratulations.
Well,
Did you sleep with the right person?
No, but I also don't get much sleep.
Oh, fair enough.
But I'm glad you put me on the spot.
You're welcome.
Thank you, and enjoy the rally. There's perspective for you and some personal information about me. But again, I think she really hit on something. That is the tone of this rally today. There's a lot of talk about how political this is, but what you're not feeling is, look at me, what about me? I'm angry, or I want to shout to the rafters. It's about people with one thought, one emotion, one goal, and that is safer schools, safer public spaces, and a change in America. And from here, a lot of more efforts will be made, and they will go back and forth. But again, these people all know what they want, and that is stricter gun laws. Let me go back to the studio now in Palm Beach Gardens at WPBF 25 with Aaron and Farron.
Kudos to your professionalism there, Todd. I do want to ask you if we can keep Todd up here. I have a question for you. I like how you talked about it being focused. I don't mean to step away from the meaning of the march, but what has security been like as you got into the DC metro area with all of these people?
I have to tell you, I'm a little struck by there's a lot of security. There are a lot of DC police here. Of course, Capitol Police are working down closer to where the rally focal point is. But the security is a little different than an inauguration. It's a calm, respectful, peaceful crowd. We haven't heard of incidents today. That's not what the vibe, if you want to call it that, is. There are a lot of families here, a lot of children. A lot of people came from very far away to be here, and this is something they felt in their hearts. And I think that is the overall emphasis here. So while security has been present, it is visible everywhere you look, it isn't you don't get the perspective that there is a feeling of imminent danger. People are being protected, but this is a very peaceful event. And while the roads are blocked, there aren't the checkpoints and the choke points for crowds that you would see in many events like this, like a presidential inauguration. It's much more of a free flow. That's why you see people streaming behind me going one way, others heading towards the rally and the other. And the reason they're on Constitution is it's a much easier ingress and egress here than it is one block over in Pennsylvania. That's where we were in the march, and that's where, when we got to about 4 blocks from the Capitol, that's as far as anybody was going, because it is such a sea of people, and people with if not a happiness, there's a certain contentment that they feel they're part of something bigger today. And maybe that's reflected in the way security has played out here in Washington as well.